Well, Premier Doug Ford was trying to put the scandal over the Greenbelt behind him today, but without much luck. Today, he returned to the legislature for the first time since its summer break. Al Sweeney is at Queen's Park tonight and joins us live with the latest. Al.
Hi there, Taz. Well, the government was repeating the line today that we've been hearing for months now. It's going to build 1.5 million new homes. But the opposition says the Greenbelt scandal isn't over, despite Doug Ford's apology last week and his promise to protect the Greenbelt from now on. Premier Doug Ford was back in the legislature with friends from the U.S. watching.
You think politics are tough in the United States? Watch us for the next session.
It followed his apology over the Greenbelt after 3 of his cabinet ministers resigned.
I'm very, very sorry.
But that was it for apologies. Ford says it's time to move on.
That's what you call leadership, admitting if there was a mistake, moving forward, and making sure we go on with our agenda. But that is not going to deter us from building 1.5 million homes.
Will the Premier finally come clean and explain his personal involvement in the Greenbelt scandal?
The opposition isn't buying it.
How can people trust this Premier to work for them when he has spent the last 5 years putting his friends and insiders first?
I can assure the people out there, the new Canadians that are coming here, the young people that the need to afford a home, we're going to build homes, we're going to build affordable, attainable.
The government said it wouldn't support an NDP bill on the Greenbelt, but will be bringing in its own legislation to protect the Greenbelt and more.
They'll be returning, obviously, the lands that were, the 14 lands that were contemplated to be removed. Those will be going back in. We will also be ensuring that the additional lands that we put back, that we had added to it through regulation, will be put back in, and we will have legislation that will ensure the boundaries of the Greenbelt through legislation.
The opposition says not much has changed since the Premier's apology.
It's almost as if they, 4 days later, they're already walking it back a little bit. So I'm not really sure I trust them to actually protect the Greenbelt at all.
What this Premier does is he puts the interests of wealthy insiders ahead of Ontarians. And that's wrong, and it needs to change.
The opposition was also demanding answers from the government about forcing Hamilton to expand its urban boundary to develop on farmland.
Mr. Speaker, I can assure the minister that the City of Hamilton did not request that you meddle with our urban plan.
They say it's all part of the Greenbelt controversy.
We need to get to the bottom of not just the Greenbelt scandal, but the same insiders got preferential access to make changes to our official plans.
They don't want to build on the Greenbelt. They don't even want to build in their own area.
So the opposition says they still want answers to questions like who tipped off land speculators about the Greenbelt, what happened to things like emails, and what about phone records? They say it's going to take a public inquiry to answer those questions. The government isn't saying anything about that. Taz?
All right, thank you so much for that latest, Al Sweeney.